EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. More now on the return. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing now is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Murray now on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now Murray.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A check down here to Jones.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put it.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Jones there to make the grab. And the Packers are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point up and good by Crosby.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Daniels on the return.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the Cardinals' 21-yard line.
On play action, now Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First down and goal to go.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones
With his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Daniels on the return.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but...
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Packers 21, Cardinals nothing. Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Daniels on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. First carry for James Conner. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Murray now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around, or is he a guy that maybe...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2.
21. Cardinals nothing.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Throwing again, Murray. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 16, Murray. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think...
And got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Cardinals 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Daniels on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So, Charles, we are 3 weeks now into the regular season, and we're left with 5 unbeaten teams. Raiders and Broncos in the AFC, over in the NFC, Panthers, Cards, and Rams, all at 3-0. Maybe not the 5 that we would have predicted when the season started, but of that group, who stands out to you?
Well, I'm going to say absolutely all of them. All right, sounds like I'm sitting on the fence, but I'm going to tell you why. Because quarterbacking, always what you're looking at when a team gets off to a hot start, and quarterbacking's been a key for every one of those teams. But I think there's been an addition to each and every one of them.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Jones again. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Packers 35, Cardinals 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Daniels on the return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jalen Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's an and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And here's Rodgers on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field.
It's a gain of 57 yards. That's good for our Green Bay Packers. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Now swing pass for Dillon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are pouring it on. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Daniels on the return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Rodgers going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers continue to roll.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Daniels on the return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Here's a handoff to Connor, and he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
25 the mic inside. Check me out. Hey, 25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic. Here we go. Hey, 25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
For a Green Bay Packer. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
All day, just like that. Check three. Over. Hey, 25.
Here's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Shift. Check 37.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are pouring it on.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down. And it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Well, that was a third and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the...
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers continue to roll. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Daniels on the return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They begin on the ground here with Connor. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first and 10 is Connor. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On second down now, it's Connor. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Connor. And he's got room. There he goes, left side. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Mike 36. Mike 36. Hey, check.
They'll try to surge ahead with Connor, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rodgers looking to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will swell by one more.
72, Cardinals 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Daniels on the return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.